All right, welcome back to another episode of Discovering Foundational Truths. My name is John Lemus.
I am Director Mullah.
Mo Magaza.
Hussein Amberwan.
Okay, just to remind you, the reason why we kind of get together is anytime you're struggling in life in any situation, it's because you don't know the truth about that situation. When you know the truth about the situation kind of settles itself. I'd just like to start with a couple of questions just to try and start getting into our heart center, I guess you'd call it. My first question is kind of easy. What is your favorite way to spend a day off? We got a bunch of hustlers here, so there's not a lot of days off.
I take days off, a vacation.
Yeah, you just have
Ain't
vacation.
nothing wrong with that.
So what's your favorite way to spend your day off?
Spend my day off. I mean, if I'm watching Power, I'm cool.
Watching Power?
That's a good day.
Binging shows?
Yeah.
I'm usually like sleep in a little bit more, like an extra 2 hours. And once I wake up, I love to go to the gym, hit the gym, get that out the way. And then I'll also like try to find a soccer pickup game, another activity, then come home, pretty much wrap it at home with a movie or something.
Okay.
But that's how I love to.
I'm trying to think. I haven't had a day off in a while.
You gotta have a whole summer off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. My work is my least of my worries. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't have to take care of dogs, I mean, I don't mind traveling and going, just kind of hanging out somewhere else. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite way to spend your day off?
Rest
Rest.
and replenish. Sleep.
So can you rest on your regular days?
Yes.
Got to get that rest in, bro. Yeah.
That's what I've been doing the last couple of days.
Yes.
Man,
I
if
can
I
see
feel
it.
sleepy, I'm taking my...
There you
Sleep.
go. That's ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know this answer. Wavy, what type of music are you into?
I'm more into hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yeah.
I know you listen
Yeah.
to different stuff, but
Yeah, I don't like the aggressive hip hop though.
yeah, I don't either. It's- It doesn't have a message to it.
I mean,
There's a message, but this is not what you want to hear. Yeah. All right, what's your favorite type of music, Mo? Try to stay kind of surface right now.
Now I haven't listened to music as much. It's mostly podcasts, but like if I was to like choose something, it would be like African, like Afro beats or like dancing music. Like that would be my first to go to. Then I transition to hip hop.
It's wild. Mine has just changed a little bit because right now what they're doing is they're mixing some country type beats into some rap beats.
Yeah.
And it's like, and for some reason, I feel the movement of the music,
The beat hit.
Yeah, the beats are hitting, because I'm kind of like singing in my head on an old rap song, but
There you go.
here comes the country lines, that I know some of
I
them.
read the menu.
Yeah,
man.
that's what it is, I guess. I don't know. So you into Afro beats too, huh?
Yeah,
Musician
anything
right
that can lift my mood and...
Yeah, lift your frequency.
Yeah.
All right, what was the best vacation you ever took? Ooh, I don't even know if I ever took one.
That's a good case, man.
The best vacation I ever took,
What do you think?
probably going to Bali was cool.
Going to Bali?
Yeah, Indonesia.
What was good about it? I mean, what was it?
The food is there's no GMO or like any type
Okay,
of,
so
so
it's
the
all
food was
natural.
authentic. The mangoes tasted like mangoes the way like I used to remember them when we were little back, in Africa. Like the food just didn't taste like it was manipulated. It was like real.
Okay.
That was for me food was like big, like it was natural.
When was the last time you were on vacation?
2022.
2022?
Yeah, I'll say Orlando, Orlando. I was there with my wife for like. I felt like a child again. I'm a big roller coaster fan. I got the whole 5 days, 6 days. I was just going out doing all kinds of wild stuff,
Okay.
adventurous stuff.
So you were down at like Disney or something?
Disney type of guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to go in
yeah.
there too.
Was your last one your best one or no?
No,
No, wasn't
I'll
it?
say Thailand was the best.
Thailand was your best one?
Yeah, it's always something to do out
A
there.
little solo mission?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
The experience, but it was the best
Vacation
I
I
ever
ever
took.
I'd say probably going to Florida, visiting my sister. We went to Disney, did different stuff like that. She took me to like alligator, crocodile, something on the island or something. It was cool.
There you go.
All right. What was the last thing you read? I know you listen to stuff more than you read, but you read anything just lately?
Yeah, the last book I finished was by Robert Greene. I can't remember the title, but
Some
48 Laws of Power?
power.
Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
48 laws of power.
no, I haven't.
How about
I
I
read
book
it.
I know.
Yeah.
how about I pick that book up and I read it for about 5 minutes, and I sent it back.
Yeah.
That's a manipulating sucker
Yeah.
right there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no, I
Robert
agree
Greene
with
stuff. Yeah,
I was like 3 pages.
I couldn't feel that. Yeah, I'm like, nah, that's not
The
me.
Art of War. I mean, I
That's
listened
long
to the
as
Art of
well.
War.
Oh,
Sun
listen to
Tzu.
Huh?
Sung Tzu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tzu, yeah. That's a thick book.
That's a good. That's a good. That's good.
It gets you thinking though.
Yeah. All right, what's the last thing you read?
Like a book or just like
Not a magazine article.
not like nowadays people read through their phone like articles and stuff like
Okay.
that. But like if you say a book, I have this book on how to win friends and influence.
people.
Yeah, by Dale Carnegie. I just
Yeah.
picked it up like a few weeks ago after finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it's called Seduction.
Seduction.
Yes.
I'm saying he's a dark dude. He's
yeah,
definitely
he's a dark.
he's definitely a controlling type. You know,
Yeah.
shows you the dark side of human control. Last thing I read, I'm not quite done with it yet, but it's called Kingdom Economics. So the idea is the way we do economics is like almost like it's a pie, and if I get a slice and you get a slice, then somebody's not getting some. You know.
Right.
But that's not what it is. The kingdom economics is more about how kind of like Adam and Eve started in a garden. You know what I mean? When I consume something, it actually produces more. You know, so it's more of an abundance type thought process as opposed to, scarcity. So that's where my mind's going anyways. But what's the last thing you read, bro?
I think it was a book called Hatchet.
Action?
Hatchet.
Hatchet.
Oh yeah, that's back when.
Mm-hmm.
School.
Yeah.
It's called The Art of Seduction. to
Art
be
of
exact.
seduction. Okay, all right. This is a little bit easier question. What activity instantly calms you? What activity instantly calms you?
It used
Get
to
all
be. It
fired
used to
up.
be soccer, but right now it gotta be. It gotta be boxing.
You think it's boxing?
Yeah, it used to be soccer, but I play on like last Tuesday, and I was like fired up because I haven't played in a long time.
So you brought your ego
Yeah,
with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, activity that calms me would probably be probably playing pool. Because you can't be all hyped up and sit
You
down
won't
and
mess up.
relax and shoot something. Yeah,
Yeah,
you look like an idiot. Yeah, you're blasting things against the wall. Between that and music, I guess. Listening to music, that's an activity.
Yeah.
So what activity instantly calms you?
I'll say running. Like the
Running,
music
oh,
plays
definitely.
a role, and
Yeah,
then
it
just
does.
being by myself. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Calm Boo. What activity?
For me, it's video games. When I'm playing
Video games?
I'm
Okay.
chill.
They don't get you all fired up.
Yeah.
I mean, I get fired up, but I'm chill.
he's controlled fired
Yeah.
up. All right, what's the app you use the most? It has to be YouTube.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, for mine, it's definitely YouTube. Yeah, because I listen to music all the time and watch podcasts on there.
Spotify, same thing.
Yeah, so I did.
ChatGPT, I use that.
ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Instagram for me.
Instagram.
Yeah, but I like on my phone I have like I set a
got
timer
burnt.
for a whole day. I only
yeah,
allow
yeah,
myself for 2
What I
hours.
usually do, I have
So after that 2 hours, I gotta put it down.
Yeah.
Something counts once it goes full.
Mm.
I used to pay for it.
All right, this is an answer I don't know about Mo. What's your favorite podcast?
My favorite podcast.
Yeah. What's your
Man, I listen to podcasts regularly, man.
I do,
I
too.
can pull them up right
No,
now.
just
What
say,
you need,
what's
top
your- what's
5,
your
top
favorite?
3?
Just top
My
one.
favorite. That's a great question because like oh man, it's just my personality wise. My favorite one I look forward to all the time. It says My First $1 Million
Okay.
by Sean Curry and some other guy. But like I do that excites me to listen, and I also love listening to Tucker Carlson a lot too. I've been into him lately.
Tucker's went off the deep end.
Yeah, and I
He
love his
definitely-
genuine
Yeah,
personality.
he definitely dramatic. Yeah.
I usually listen to
Podcast?
$1 million worth of game and Breakfast Club.
Okay.
The two things I come across my phone.
I'm trying to think what mine's called. This is like a Bible study with Myron Golden. That's probably my favorite. And then that goofy Bishop William Malcolm. He's another one that does a podcast. I don't miss any of them. You get all of them, and then I'm actually getting a lot more news from podcasts now as opposed to like PBD is the one I watch a lot. Sometimes, I mean, you can watch a 2-hour stomp, or you can watch, those shorts. I try to hit the shorts because that's 2 hours is a long time to put into a podcast.
I do enjoy the longer version.
I do too, but it's like I just don't have that many days.
Time
in
to
a week.
sit down and
Yeah,
watch
it's
the
time,
whole
yeah.
hour podcast.
So, what's your favorite podcast?
I don't podcast.
They said
You don't
this.
watch 'em?
They said this one.
Huh?
No, it's just if you don't watch me, you don't watch it.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't gotten to
haven't gotten into it.
for a little bit. Like I was watching $1 Million Worth of Game, and then just
Just faded.
faded.
I
Like,
can see you watching the Diary of CEO Steve Ballard. That's a good one for you.
Yeah.
I check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I think you'll
Yeah.
like that a lot.
All right, this got to go to somebody else because I know what my answer is already. What's the first thing you do after getting home from work? Let's go to you.
First thing I do,
What's the first thing you do when you get home from
take
work?
a nap. Like I be tired. It
Don't
depends.
you work at home?
Yeah, that's what I'm not doing. That's why I gotta distinguish. If I'm working from home,
Yeah, if you work
Pretty
away,
much, like-
you come home, take a nap.
even at home, I take a nap. Then I refresh. Like I need that 20-30 minute nap. It's like quick nap.
quick
And then
nap.
I go back. I go to the gym or finish some more work or hang with the family.
Yeah.
But I definitely take a nap. Most cases. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, my point of view.
What's
What's
the
the
first
first thing
thing?
I do? I go to the kitchen, see what's cooked.
See what's
Yeah.
what's time to eat.
that's what
Same
I
here
do.
too.
Yeah.
What you do after work? Might be midnight, 1 o'clock sometime.
I try to get a nap in.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to get a nap in.
Man, I wish I got a nap in.
You be exhausted after
No,
8
I'm
hours.
tired. No, my work here is not that exhausting. It's when I
Yeah.
go home, it's exhausting. Because right now we have 7 or 8 dogs that all have puppies.
Damn.
So when I go home, I'm almost like a chef Lemus of dog food.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I'm saying you got 3,500. When you count it
Last
up,
time
it's
I
all
sold
right.
one.
Yeah, that's
The last time we
motivation.
just sold a couple of them, but not the puppies yet because they're not old enough. But yeah,
So you can't sell a puppy because it's not old enough?
you don't sell until it's at least probably 10 to 12 weeks old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it has to kind of separate from his parents, his mom.
That's-
Otherwise, it may fail to thrive. Or it may not live. It might stop eating or something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, I got the business plan.
Yeah. All right. So when will you know you've made it?
It depends
When you
on.
gonna know?
There's you talking about.
It's your own.
financially?
It's your own definition. You made it.
Your definition.
You might be there right now. I don't know.
I know when I made it when I, wake up in the morning.
When you wake up in the morning, you know you
Wait.
made it.
For sure, it's common sense. Everybody don't wake up.
Okay. When do you know when you made it?
But
It
I
obviously goes by your definition of made it. I mean, just waking up, you might want to set your sights a little higher than that.
no, I mean mine is more financial. But if you don't wake up, the finance don't mean nothing.
Finances don't mean nothing anyway.
A lot of us do wake up wavy, so you gotta be there.
Yeah.
You gotta give us more.
There's a lot of people wish that way.
You ain't lying.
That's all I'm trying
I
to tell
can't
you.
argue with you.
There's 8 million people be waking up every day.
You're right. There's
And there's
people that
millions
don't-
of people
can't
that
get
die
out of
every
bed.
day, too.
That's true. Yes.
So that's all I'm saying.
So when will you know you made it?
I mean, if I'm talking, majority of my life is financial. For me,
What's the number? That's
10
what he's
mil-
asking.
10 million, I'll be alright. 100 million, I'm perfectly
Be
fine.
better.
That'll be great for everybody.
Hey, Gravy. All right, when you know you made it,
in
brother.
today's economy, 100 million is nothing.
Whatever. It's going. It's all.
100 million is still a
Probably
lot.
I will know I made it that I can go to sleep and still make money.
You can do that right now.
Yeah.
True.
You just have to know how.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I already made it then. If I can
I'm
figure
just saying,
out how to-
I already
Yeah.
made it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. It's when you think you made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing left to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's nothing left I got to do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I feel like it's the same thing. You know how you said that there was the question is like, what would you do with with $1 million if
Yeah.
you in 24 hours? If you don't know what to do with it, then you're not.
That's why you
don't
ain't
have
got
that.
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think like I wouldn't say struggling, but like having a hard time to answer that question.
That's just like the question I ask you all the time. What
Yeah.
do you really want?
Yeah. Because if you don't really know what you want, you can't manage what you want.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you don't know what you want, you're not going to,
Mhm.
put it in motion to try
I
and
just
get
don't
it.
want the next generation to start off where we did.
It's already. I mean, that's already taken
Level
care
up
of.
the
where
next
you're at.
generation.
Yeah. But I'm saying when you level them up, are they going to go backwards? You don't know that.
I mean, that's their
yeah.
business. I
Right,
just
yeah,
did my
just
part.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
do your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says in the Bible that you should leave. A good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. But the
Yeah.
idea is an inheritance isn't like a job. It's not. you know, just a little bit of money. It's houses, it's
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
land, it's you know,
Man,
have
it's a
to
head
start
start.
where you want. You
The-
would have started.
There's
I
parents,
wish I
there's
had
parents
that.
that leave their kids with debt.
Oh, there's a lot of parents with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a good man. I didn't say any man. Yeah, a lot of men have that when they get that.
It's an any man.
Yeah.
What about
Like,
you, Lee?
No, I honestly believe I made it already. That's the question there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, like I said, I'm not totally satisfied with what's going on, but
Then
mean,
I don't. Then you haven't made it. Then if you're not satisfied.
that's not my definition of made it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made my definition of made it has to switch.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's nothing I really truly need or really even want. You know, I mean, like you said, if I ask you, you know, what do you really want? It's like, I got everything I want.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
shame. You know,
Nah,
but obviously to
I don't
provide
got
more
everything
for,
I want. I'm gonna be honest.
well, we're going to talk about when you're in that arena
Yeah,
of
yeah.
needs, you're going to stay in that arena of needs. That's a bad thing, but okay. So when you make it,
Me,
They got a lot.
obviously when I don't have bills to worry about, and that could be like what you said, it could be 10 million, it could be more. But like honestly, I do believe like if take care of my parents, if they don't have to worry about working, and then I have cover them, and I feel like I made it. If I can cover that.
okay. Those are all, you know, good answers.
That-
Go ahead.
I feel no, I'm with you. They're a good answer, but they also
Oh,
shows
they're just.
it shows that we're not ready.
Yeah, it shows that we were
Yeah.
never given the information that
Yeah.
we needed to
Yeah.
provide. You know what we're trying to get to.
Yeah. No, that's and like I'm not like down in any, but I'm just saying like we as a group, it shows where we are. Like
Because you asked that same question to Elon Musk.
I bet you.
He
Yes.
got dreams that you ain't even heard of yet.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I'm
then
saying?
it's more.
And
It's more detailed as well.
I'm saying when you
Yeah.
have detail, that's when you
Yeah.
know you're going that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's what do you really want? He
Yeah,
knows
he
what he
wake up
wants.
to accomplish something.
Yeah, he got billions of dollars. It's
Yeah,
like,
you know, money ain't.
money is not it.
But that doesn't mean we ain't working towards what
Yeah.
we like define as if we made it. I mean, Elon Musk is
Yeah.
working toward his goal. We're working toward our goal. That doesn't like make it like any lower than what we're doing. It doesn't like
Okay.
if you understand.
All in different levels. You see.
Yeah.
No, like I'm saying, like yeah, Elon Musk has big goals. He's working every day to get to that. And you have big goals. You're working every day to
For
get to
sure,
that.
I
And that's
understand.
still like your definition of mating. You're not like
Yeah,
lowering yourself just because you're not Elon Musk.
I agree.
You didn't need defense, did you?
I did agree
All right,
with
all
that.
I think the more detailed you are, it's the like you see in the vision, and I think the more detail is more like you can make that into reality.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
more,
if you're
more
not,
chance
if
you
you're
got of
less
it happening.
yeah, that's
if you have no.
I'm
no
just trying to tie it back to that. What would you do with
Yeah.
$1 million in 24 hours?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how would you spend that? I'm just trying to tie it into that because I feel like the questions have that connection.
Yeah.
No, I definitely do. Definitely do.
Okay. All right. You got to listen to this question. Would you rather go back in time to meet your ancestors or travel into the future to meet your descendants? What you think? And why? You want to
I'll
go?
focus on the future. I don't know about
I was
that.
gonna say, fuck.
That's it. Forget the past.
I was gonna say, fuck.
Keep it clean.
I'll go ancestors, honestly. But if you guys have your answers ready, go ahead.
Nah, you good. I'm not going backwards. I'm already,
Yeah.
going forward.
Oh wait, do we get a chance?
You have a choice. You can either go back in time, meet your ancestors, or you can travel into the future to meet your descendants.
Are we allowed to manipulate some things in that? Well, if you go back, am I allowed to tell them to do this, do that? Like, am I allowed to change anything in that time frame?
I don't
If I
see
go
why
in-
not.
in the
Yeah, you
past?
can change. Yeah, that's why you're
I don't
going in
see
the
why
past.
not.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if I'm just going and look at them while they struggle, then that's pointless.
I'm going to the future because it's about human progression, right? At that time, you got to think about what was created at that time, and that's because of the progression that humans have made at that time. But in the future, you can come back and be able to predict and actually lead
Yeah, if you go to
everybody.
the future, you can bring
Yeah.
back some ideas.
this. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I would, because like the stuff that if to me, I'm like, if you're going back.
Yeah.
You're really going back to see like what they could have done to help me get in a better
Yeah.
position. But going in the future, like you can actually be ahead of everybody and bring some dope ass ideas and
That's the only
change the
part that's
world.
challenging, though.
Yeah.
If you do go too ahead of what's currently happening now,
Mhm.
you when you come back to the present time, people will not relate to you. They will not know how like what this
If
technology
if
is.
people relate to you right now,
Yeah, you don't
you're not
want
doing
that.
your job.
Yeah.
But you're already going. You're too far ahead of everybody, and like it's just like a difference between like
And
when the
tell
people
Elon,
who have
tell
like the
Elon
phones
Musk
and that.
that.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah, I mean,
about
the
to
life-
get totally
I'm not
involved.
saying it's a
Yeah.
bad thing. I'm just saying that both have pros and cons.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to go to the future, but I think.
And
it's
why do
better-
you care what people think about you, anyways? That's a better question.
What do you
Why
mean?
do you care if they relate to you or not?
Because you went to the future to make a difference to the present, so you want to be ahead of everybody.
So if you
so you
wanna
do
make
all
a
that
difference-
to get that opinion, anyways.
If you want to make a difference in the present, then you make a difference in the present.
That's
Don't
why I
care
said
about
it's
the
better
haters
to go.
talking about you.
Yeah, I mean,
don't worry about people.
either way, you went to the future for a reason, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't going to the past.
Yeah.
Forget
the
about
past,
them.
the past is
You don't want to be
forget
stuck
about
in the
that.
past, you know.
But
It's
the
already
past is
gone.
what kind of made your present now, though.
I don't care what made it. I'm trying to make my future.
Yeah, simple as that.
Honestly,
If you can go back in the past and edit your past, your present will be different. I'm not
I
saying
don't
if,
think you can edit it. You're just there.
if I'm just there, then obviously I'll choose the future. That's why I asked
Don't
that
take
question.
the boat.
Because you can't edit your past. Because that's already set. You can
Don't
just
be
go back
on
and
the
see it.
And that's why I asked Liam
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to edit the time frame. If there's no point, if I'm not allowed to edit, then there's no reason me going
Because it already
back.
happened. You see what I'm saying?
So what would you edit in your past?
Will I edit my
That's
past?
the question.
There's a lot of you can edit in your
I mean,
past.
just say what would be the main thing you'll edit in your past.
I mean, for one, like I can just go ahead and like steal the technology from today, and then give it to the people of my family or like somebody that I know. Use
But-
that, you
but-
know,
The technology of today.
technology of
Okay,
today.
how is the technology gonna get better in the future?
If you gave it in the past, when you get to your present, you already have the technology. So like
But
you'll be. It's the same. Like, it's
But
like
if you
going,
go
like
in
going to the future, but like you're
we'll
taking
get
what's
better
the present.
technology. Why would you go backwards and give them just the present technology? That's
Because
all
I don't know the future.
Yeah.
If you go to the future, you might not even be alive in the future. But at least in
Might
the
not.
past, I know
You
at least I
know.
already know I'm alive in the present because I'm alive in the past because I'm here now in the present.
I mean,
you
if we
understand?
are
Like if you go to
going,
the
obviously
future,
we're alive.
you already skipped it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to go back to the to the you know what I'm saying, to the past,
Back to the camps.
I'm making sure that my parents got money.
that's exactly
That's
my
it.
point. That's exactly my
But
point.
other than now,
That's what I'm saying. There's no point of going if you're not going to do anything about it,
so-
obviously.
but you have to be.
So
in
you
that-
don't see yourself
Yeah.
having money in the future?
I
That's
don't-
the only thing.
What I'm saying is the only thing that matters is the present. So the
Okay.
future, I might not exist, my guy. Like if I go there, I might not be there. But at least the
looking
past
around for
already.
your people.
At least the
Where's my
past, the past already happened. I know it exists for sure. It's 100% guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
The future, I could be another homeless hobo. Who the
Yeah.
fuck knows? Like.
That's
I
not
feel
wrong.
like the what already happened can be changed. You can only use it to educate
Yeah,
yourself.
prove yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm still like, to me is the future. But I get it. Like if you could edit it, make your parents rich, so you could be well off.
Hell yeah. At least I knew they exist because I'm here now. I don't know if I'm going to exist in the future. You might go to the wrong future, bro. You might go to hell.
Wow. It's like I'm going 15 years in the future, and my God, my God, that's hot shit.
What's
down here?
That's what I'm saying.
Why is it not?
You take a bad risk going to the future.
That's funny. All right, here's a simple question. The last question. I'm gonna get into the information. When was the last time you actually asked for what you needed? Think about it. Have you ever asked somebody for what you needed?
I mean, if it's not my wife, I ain't asking nobody. I mean, I asked that too. I don't get majority of the things I ask for, you know. But
Nah, I don't know. I haven't put myself in a desperate situation that yet. But if I do end up putting myself in, they're probably gonna be somebody I know, like family. But I don't remember.
I mean, the only thing I ask is just immediate money. Like I need it right now, but I give it to you. Right? You know,
Facts.
that's the only thing I could say.
I'm trying to think about when the last time I asked somebody.
Yeah, I think to ask like a man's pride. I'm not gonna say ego. A man's
both.
pride.
It's both. Yeah,
Yeah, it
Pride
could
and
be pride,
ego,
but
yeah.
I'm trying to not
Yeah,
use
I know.
ego.
Yeah. You know,
A man's
ego.
pride is very it's
It's very damaging. It
It's very damaging to ask even like another man or like ask, you know, because
But the thing
it's supposed to be the provider and whatever. But
like
So-
even today,
huh?
you know, I asked somebody just look at something. I was selling something, and I didn't know they was going to buy it. I asked them, you know, come check this out, and they decided to buy it.
Uh-huh.
You know, but if I didn't ask,
This is when was the last time you asked for
So-
what you need,
Needed something.
oh,
not what they need.
Yeah.
okay, well,
Yeah, it's what you need. But I'm saying if you guys are that feeling about that, there's a lot of people out there in this world that would give you the world
If you just ask,
if you just asked.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And you say,
I-
well, maybe not. I don't like it would happen. Blah, blah,
I
blah.
doubt it. I asked God for $1 million every day.
God gave you so much more than $1 million.
God can do it. Yeah.
He gave you so much more than $1 million. You have no idea.
I'm just
there's
like,
people that
drop it in my laps. You know what I'm saying?
Just do not.
I'm like, God, just drop it in my laps.
But that's not how easy
God
it
can.
works.
He got his.
Yeah.
He's spirit.
Sometimes
you know
$1 million could be right in front of you.
yeah, you
just
don't even see it. That facts.
I'm just giving
Sometimes
it up.
you pass it right by it every
Every
day.
day, yeah.
You just gotta see it. I
I feel like it
asked.
comes down to who you're asking too.
Yeah.
Like, because if you was like somebody I just acquaintantly know, if I wanted something, like I wouldn't have that emotional, you know, feelings or attachment to it. But if I'm asking like a good friend or my uncle or my cousin, there will be emotional attachment, and because also we're related, I'll feel like more of like a shame, like. Why don't I have my shit together? The fact
Yes,
that I'm
Why would you
asking my
feel
uncle.
shame?
That's not really shame.
I think it's because of culture.
Culture, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
but
feel
now-
like
now we're
the
getting a
person
little
is
deeper,
dependable.
but-
I only give something to somebody who's dependable. You know, if I don't see the person giving my you know, my stuff back or something like that,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give it to.
Culture and judgment.
Yeah.
It's something to think about.
Yeah. No, it's good. For me, like I agree with Mo. It's definitely like culture, and that culture, the culture that
The culture of shame, the
Yeah.
culture of
The
pride, the culture, all that culture.
all of
Yeah.
that.
Hold
It's
you
combined. Of course.
I ask
100%.
questions.
I mean, that's why we're discussing it,
So
right?
when is it? Where does the past live?
in the past.
In your head.
Yeah.
So you can leave that go today.
Nah, the thing is, you're gonna be like, oh, check it. Like, Lynn asked me for $100 today. Like, what's wrong? What's happening with this?
I don't care what people think about it. I really don't.
It's like-
I mean, I don't need it. But I'm saying
Lynn used to run Arsenal. Like, now he's asking for $100.
I don't. But I'm saying when you start to worry about outside, circumstances
Yeah.
pressing on you,
Yeah.
you're already in trouble.
Yeah, it
No,
means
definitely.
nothing.
Already in
The
trouble.
top
And that's all because of ego and
Yeah.
ego and pride.
Okay,
Because
now,
we think that's gonna happen, and we make it a
you talk
reality.
yourself out of
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
opportunities you don't even know they're there.
we
That is true.
And God,
create it.
God keeps saying, "Why do you keep talking yourself out of opportunities when I'm having this guy walk by you, and that's the dude that he got all your money in his pocket."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's all about letting go of your ego, trying to connect or stuff we're going to talk about here in a minute. Okay, now there's only two arenas that you can play in. Okay, there's the arena of needs, and there's an arena of desire. Now it sounds kind of, I don't know. I guess it sounds kind of devilish.
It's like needs and wants. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Okay, needs and wants are both in the area of needs. Because want could be both. If you want something, it means you don't have it.
Yeah.
When you desire something, it just.
So
I'll tell you
is
why
not
here in a
want.
minute. Yeah. So we'll put it this way: in the arena of needs, economy is like a pie. Like I was saying before, it's like if I get this big piece of pie, I'm Elon Musk. I got half the pie. Then obviously there's a lot of people that don't have any pie. But that's not really the way you're supposed to think, and that ain't the way Elon thinks. Believe me. The way Elon thinks is, there's enough for everybody, and that he's going to have more than he's ever had. And like I said, it's just that's where they talk about the matrix coming in at.
but
Go ahead.
If we discuss a little bit of Elon, it's the environment that he was raised in.
Absolutely,
For sure.
Because his grandfather's grandfather was like what do you call it, a pioneer.
yeah.
So
And Trump's dad was a rich, like I said,
Yeah.
there's a reason why where you start from helps,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
that don't mean you can't get to where they're at.
Oh, for sure.
But what
Yeah.
keeps you where you're at is your culture, is your
Yeah,
thoughts,
it's gonna be a
everything,
lot
that,
tougher
everything,
if
your
you're
shame,
nobody.
all that. People that aren't afraid to ask, don't, you there's a law of averages. So you ask 10 people, one's going to say yes.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, if you never ask anybody because you're afraid, then there goes your law of averages. I mean, you're not even playing by the actual rules of the universe.
Right.
Okay, so in the area of or arena of needs, it's a matrix with lots of competition, lots of judgment, lots of justification, lots of political positioning, lots of bondage and servitude. What I'm telling you today is you don't want to give any attention or intention to what you need, because you truly don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying everything is here. Period. Point blank. You don't need anything. Everybody competes for limited resources. They call it crab in the barrel. There's all kinds of, and the reason is at the bottom is full as ever.
Oh yeah.
The top is wide open. You know what I mean? When your mindset goes into desires, if you're only saying I desire this and my outcome is this, it's going to push you towards that desire, and you're not worried about anybody else or anything else, you're going to get what you desire. That's the idea. So area of desire, economies as a garden where consumption actually causes growth. It's an infinite arena, infinite resources, infinite number of people. There's actually plenty of room at the top. It's the bottom is crowded, like I said. I don't know where I got this from, but I have no competition. Like this one guy I was watching on podcast, he's like, I no longer compete, I dominate. And really, when you think about it that way, if you're only dominating, you can't lose. That guy's just got to be happy to play with you. Mm-hmm. But I can't lose because I'm not even in competition with who I'm playing with. I win before I show up. As long as I come with this attitude and this mindset, and you teach the kids a certain way, man, I'm here to have fun and happy, enjoy soccer, and, do it. Winning is just going to come. It's just like money will come when you produce value for yourself. Mm-hmm. You'll attract that money. So the idea is when you compete, you are now in the arena of needs. Because competition, you need to feel better about yourself. You need to make someone else feel bad. I scored 3 goals. That's all, like I said, I was wondering why when I was talking to Suni about this, it's like it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but now it makes sense. Because when you're in that arena of needs, there's some need that needs to be met, and that's why you're so competitive. But like I said, there's one John Limbs, there's one, Wavy, there's one Haji, there's one, there isn't 2 of you. So if you're in a competition all by yourself, the only way you can lose is if you quit.
Right.
You're guaranteed winning. But you got to keep in that perspective. You can't think that, well, if I beat him, then I'm going to be better than him, and I'm better than this person, but this guy's really good. I don't care about anybody else. You're supposed to be a king of your thing. Not king of, somebody else's thing. So, okay, I'm the only one in my race. If I win, if I don't quit, okay, there's actually enough room for 9 billion people, at the top. Because it's called the principle of abundance. Okay, when God
9 billion.
I'm 9 billion people on this earth, probably, or close to it. It might be one down.
I thought that was a limited number. I'm like, where you getting? Why 9 billion?
No, a limited number. There's a lot of people at the bottom.
Everybody can't be at the top.
Everybody can be at the top. That's what I'm saying. If you think everybody can't be at the top, that's why you ain't at the top.
Nah, I'm the other way around.
Why can't everybody be at the top? Because if you're thinking there's only limited number of money or limited number of resources.
I always look at it from a point of view is if everybody at the top, you're never going to find a laborer like somebody who's working hard, like a laborer.
So you might have to find a different way to make money than capitalizing on somebody else's leverage.
Everybody.
The idea is I have my own field, my own field of fortune. If I get a job and I work for somebody else, now I'm working on their field of fortune. So obviously you get laborers and you have that's what the smart people do.
Even just any job is a labor.
Right.
If you getting up and doing something, you're laboring your time and everything.
But when you do that, like I said, you're no longer in your field of favor, you're in your field of labor.
For sure.
We're not called to be in the field of labor.
Understand.
That's what, when the fall happened, when Adam ate the apple or whatever, and, went against God, and now, there's thistles growing, and, it's supposed to be you don't eat by the sweat of your brow, but, when Jesus came back, it's like now we're back in the field of favor. Some people didn't get the memo.
So you're saying we're just supposed to live off favors?
You are supposed to. If you're in alignment with your source,
I can't do that.
Favor will come to you. Favor will chase you down.
It makes sense,
And
Sam Guru, like,
oh yeah,
Yeah, he does it. He go do motivational speaking, and he never sets like a fee to charge. He just people give him money to just he doesn't like set a specific number. Like he doesn't ask for. It's like if people invite him, it's like he doesn't say, "Oh, my fee is this and this." People just give him what they think is value.
I mean,
When I hear this,
until
I'm
they don't
telling you,
give you nothing.
This is the weird thing about this stupid job or this business I'm doing. As much as I hate, I don't hate, 'cause that controls me. I dislike, cleaning up and doing different things. But we sold this person down the street 3 dogs,
Right.
so we made a bunch of money on them. But don't they give us the dogs back? And I watch them, when they go out of town and have a good time. She goes, well, she asked my wife, how much you think you should pay them? I said, just pay me what you want. And then it was back with $400. I'm like, holy Christ, it's only like 8 days or 7 days,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's way too much. That's what my wife said. I said, be quiet.
I
said,
too much.
No, the idea is what somebody thinks it's worth. Because, I go and pick the dog up because it's only like 3 miles down the road. I pick them up and I bring them back, It depends upon what service you give them. They pay for what they get.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in my field of favor, money will just flow to you.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm already watching 50 dogs, so 3 more dogs ain't
They ain't gonna
nothing.
change nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't. Believe me, it don't change nothing.
That's what Rick Ross was saying. He's like, every day is like today's price is like different because it's like I might be on a Monday or like I'm not doing anything, and you want me to pull up. I might charge like $100,000 on a Friday, but it's Tuesday. I'm not doing anything. I'll take 30.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like I'm already like not doing anything, and I love what I do.
Yeah.
So like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
But the person that knows you charge 100 will give you more than 30 anyway.
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
it's
but he
weird,
said
yeah.
that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I said
for
that's
sure.
what I'm
They're
gonna
just
take. And it was just
implying
like an
it's
example.
bad, it's simple as that.
So anyways, what you got to get in your head is God, think about this. God has not come back here since he was, talking to the earth and making it all bloom and
So he was
he's omnipresent right now. Absolutely. He's everywhere all the
He
time.
didn't come back. He's
I'm just
already
saying,
here.
he gave us dominion of the earth. We are the managers of the earth. That's why it looks like crap. When it first it came, like when you first buy a car,
Not all places.
that kind of like reflects the person who made it. But the manager, after a couple of years, it reflects the management's, position after, he gave it to us. So anyway, he hasn't had to come back and say, well, I got to make more trees. So everything on this earth has a seed of itself inside
Oh,
of
for
it.
sure. It's
So you said we're
Including
doing a
people,
bad
including
job.
dogs. Yeah, our management is going
Oh,
horrible.
yeah.
There's no
He's
doubt
not
in my
coming
mind.
back. He already
Especially
started.
in
He already
Pennsylvania.
like finished it. That's from our standpoint.
Right, he's not in time
God,
or anything.
this is all done. He's like billions light years ahead of us.
Okay. So I'm just trying to get you to agree that this is basically
That's all you want to get.
an abundant earth. It's like there's not limited resources. There's not limited money. Money
No.
doesn't have any meaning to it either, except what we
It's
assign to
a
it.
piece of paper, and it's just
Yeah.
numbers.
That's all it is.
To think it's limited is also like ridiculous because you have seeds that you can especially like grow, regrow, grows back, and you can. It just there is the cycle, like it recycles. So how do people think is like limited? I'm not understanding their logic.
The people living in the arena of needs, they think there's only a limited amount. So I got to get all I can get while I get it, and then I don't care if I step on somebody to get it. So that's you can understand like when they start making watermelons with no seeds in it.
That was crazy.
They start controlling the seeds from the corn. And make it so it only pops up 1 year. They genetically modify it. So they can control that. Like I said, the way he originally intended for everything to just be free. We've changed that. Obviously, our management style is horrible. Now, when the upside has limited potential, but the downside is unlimited, basically meaning like, what would you do if you know that this place is completely, just, unlimited with everything? I don't care what you're talking about. So the idea is it's like a law that this guy uses when the upside has limited potential, but downside is unlimited. Give you an example like bungee jumping. This dude don't bungee jump. He doesn't go on roller coasters. Okay, because the potential of injury, there's a high potential of injury if, something happens with the machine or whatever. But on the downside, you get excitement for about 2 minutes. You just get a rush. And that's all you get. He said, on the opposite side, when the upside is unlimited, And the downside is limited. An example, he wrote a book. When you write a book, you might get 10 million people to buy it. So the upside is unlimited, but the downside, he maybe only sells 100 copies, but he changes two people's lives. So he chooses opportunities where the upside is unlimited and the downside is limited.
Mm.
So you think about that whenever somebody asks you to do something. Oh, could you, do whatever? And you'd be like, well, what's the upside? Does it really affect me at all or not? Or if it's just for somebody else, it's probably a hard no. So, especially when you get my age, just like I said, the no comes up a lot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the problem when you say it
As it
like
should.
that, I
Go
feel
ahead.
like the problem is not that it's unlimited resources. The problem is control. Because like, let's say there's mad land outside of Pittsburgh.
So you
if I
understand-
go to take that land, it belongs to God. I don't belong to another, government or whatever. So, but the government can impact and stop me from taking that unlimited resource.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a landlord, I can't plant no seeds and stuff on my yard.
You can.
It can't regrow.
They
The
do on
landlord
the
can
north
stop
side.
me. That's another control.
We're doing the north side.
Yeah, I mean, not
Well,
everybody's
my
situation
Gunga-
is. Not everybody lives in
Gunga,
North.
he had corn in the front yard. 10-foot corn, my gunga.
Oh,
Yeah.
At their house, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah,
own the
cool.
house, so
Yeah.
they're allowed to do
I'm
it.
just saying that.
But my question is, how do you prevent the control? Because it's the top. It's the top that's pretty much putting fear
Can
and
you
control.
prevent the control?
Can you prevent it? Well, obviously, I don't have AK-47s. I don't got. I got.
That's
dudes.
not
I mean,
control.
I
That's
got
force.
that.
That's the
Just-
difference between control and force.
Even
And that's how they control
media,
it.
media have plenty of
You think
control.
they are?
With fear and force.
Fear is definitely it, but I don't
Yeah.
fear anything. Fear of false evidence, fear and real in your head.
Yeah.
They don't control me at all.
I think it's all in
I'm
your
speaking
head,
in
though.
general.
Cause
It's
I,
all in your head. Bro.
yeah, because I think here's the thing: the amount of like people that know, like, if you study the rules and regulation and the laws, the people that know the laws break them more than the people that fear the law.
The person that knows the law knows how to use those laws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But
You
they
have
put
to-
the law to control the people that don't know,
But-
and that's
that's-
part of the problem.
But that's what they put in your mind, though, to fear that. So they make the law so they can finesse the law, but for you, they'd be like, okay, well, he's scared of the law, he's scared of being in jail. Like, we're gonna use this to control him mentally, because it's a mental thing first.
But at scale, how do we move forward? I understand.
you gotta
what you're
free
saying.
your mind.
Yeah, I can never free my mind. I can get to that point, but I'm saying like we're talking about 9 billion people here.
So how
who
can
are
you
being
control
controlled
9
with fear
billion
and
people? How can you control them?
From fear.
you can't control.
So why are you worried about it?
Because you said everybody can be at the top, so
Everybody
we
can be.
gotta give them that awareness. We
Because
gotta show them what's the right way.
It's
How
God's-
are we gonna do it?
It's
By
God's
doing it
given
yourself.
right that everybody is supposed to be at the top.
Yeah. I'm saying you are made in the image of God.
That is
You're
the right,
a king.
Yeah.
You're a
but
conqueror.
it's not reality.
You're above, not below. It's not
It's-
reality. It's the system has changed your mindset so much that they think, you think you're less than something else.
I'm
No
not
one's
saying.
more
I
than
don't
you.
think.
we gotta start
I'm more right now.
That's what I'm
It's-
saying.
It's not about revolution.
Have you
When
listened
Jesus
to
came on the
Al-Baqarah?
earth, he didn't have any
What?
revolution.
You listen to Al-Baqarah?
Surah Baqarah?
Yeah.
I mean, not all of it. It's
Yeah,
all,
it says that we made you in the image like us.
yeah.
So if he's omnipresent, you omnipresent. If he's rich, you're rich. If his love, your love. If his peace, your peace.
I feel like I'm God with
Yeah.
just having my soul. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm part of God. I don't feel like I can do what God does, but I feel like part of God. God is within
You
me.
are part of it,
Yeah.
and he is.
So
within you.
regardless, like
So
the image of the likeness.
therefore, you shouldn't be
Fearing
conformed
anything.
or fear
Or
like
yeah.
to the laws of what you think control you. It's hard. I'm not saying we all have those fears too, but
But just because you have
yeah,
it now, don't mean you
yeah,
should keep them
have
forever.
Yeah.
But I'm
Okay.
saying from a selfish standpoint, yeah. But I'm talking about the scale. I'm not just talking about Mo here. I'm talking about at least 100,000.
Yeah.
How we get to the next level,
How-
And we got 9 billion.
Okay. The only way you can do that is having somebody buck the system and show that it doesn't really control them. Then other people will follow. That's the only way. All right. So the arena you operate has more to do with your success than how hard you work, how long you work, or how much education you have. So if you're in that arena of needs, you're going to be in the arena of needs when you die.
Yeah.
Okay, so and the difference between arena needs and arena desire is how you look at the world. It's your worldview. Okay, your worldview is either separation or it's connection. You're either connected with your source or you're separate from your source.
How would you know the difference?
I'm going to get into it, but go ahead. How would you know?
I mean, to me, it's like when you're chasing things that actually don't follow your purpose. Like,
So how much stuff do you think God is chasing?
how much stuff God is chasing? God is only chasing for you to get to Him. He's only chasing your soul.
He's not chasing you to get to
I
him.
mean, obviously, you're chasing Him, but like God wants you to be, in His alignment. But what I'm saying is, if you're constantly chasing money, if you're constantly chasing desires like woman, or you're constantly chasing things that are going to negatively impact you, that's how you know you're not like.
Okay, let me give you the definition real quick, because we're on a whole different wavelength. The word desire, DESIRE. DE is it's of or from. Sire is the father.
Yes, that is
Desire,
him. Yeah.
Yeah. So of or from a desire, by definition, by real definition, is something that the father desires or you desire that he desires. It's not what you lust after. It's not what you think you need. Yeah, I mean, you guys are getting like definitions mixed up a little bit. Desire is of or from the father. So if it's over from the father, obviously it isn't that a hooker down on 39. That's not the
Interesting.
Oh, well,
I've
I
never-
never got that definition.
Yeah, I never. Yeah,
Right, but I'm
that
saying
is,
English is weird, but I'm saying if you
Nah,
truly,
English ain't weird. It
if you
just
truly study the actual
it's
language
never been
itself,
explained like that.
yeah, this is the
It's
problem.
not my first language.
Yeah.
This is the problem, though. It's like when God had Adam in the Garden of Eden, He told all the animals, "Come on in," and Adam had to name all the animals. Okay, because God knew already that what Adam named those animals, that's what they would be to him. You have a definition, I have a definition, you have a definition. Like we all want our own truth. There is only one truth. That whatever comes from God is the truth. What you want has nothing to do with the truth. Yeah, I mean that's what people fight over all the time. That's why the devil is so strong now, is because he mixes the language up.
Yeah.
Like, just to give you an example, like God says in the Bible, it's an abomination for a man to live with another man. We call it gay. Gay means happy. I'm having a party. If you have
Like you said, English language is weird.
no, it's not English language. Really, it's how you explain it, and you kind of explain it away. You take away the severity of what's going on. A man lays down with somebody else's wife. They call it an affair. Affair. It's like
Wait, what?
They call
A
it
man that
an
laid down
affair.
with his wife? How's that?
I'm
Somebody
saying
else.
if I cover or I take somebody else's wife.
Oh,
down
you
with
take
them,
somebody else. I thought it was.
that's
I thought
called-
he was the husband already.
It doesn't matter. It's called
Might
having
be
an
right.
affair. But I'm saying when you have an affair, it sounds like you should bring a party gift. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you're basically screwing
That is
that
true.
household up, you're
Yeah.
screwing your own household up. You know what I'm saying? God, like I said, what the language was originally has changed a lot. Just like the transgender.
Y'all water it down.
Yeah, they're trying to make it sound like something that it really isn't. Ooh. So what you desire should be what your source desires.
So what is that exactly? To be technical, like if I can't desire what I want, then you
What your
said what
source
the Lord
desires
wants.
is
So
just
you
How
have
do
to
I
have-
know am I on the right track?
Here's how you know. If your heart has a seat on it, okay, in that seat, who sits there?
My heart has a seat on it.
Yeah, if it has
God
one
has
throne
a seat in it.
on your heart, God is sitting there. On me is Jesus, because that's the physical form of God.
Okay.
But it's the same idea. You know what I mean? Allah sits on you, sits on your heart.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna know what He wants for you. That's the idea. If like I said, you said, God is in me. If He's in you, then He's sitting on your heart. You know what I mean? If it obviously,
No, you're definitely right, Lee. Because when I do go to like Juma prayers, like I forget about all the things I was trying to do. Like I was trying to chase money, make money here, do this, and then like, oh yeah, I need to like just focus what.
It's
praising
weird.
God.
You're a 3-part human being. You know what I'm saying? You have a physical part, and that's where your memory and all that stuff is at. You have a spiritual part, and you have a soulful part. When you're praying and stuff like that, you're going away from your physical. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really hear anything. You don't really, your kind of mind is focused up. And when it is, like I said, then you have a better chance of getting a download from what He wants. That's why you feel closer to Him. But in the Bible, it says, pray without ceasing. Don't ever stop. You know what I'm saying? If you're always in connection with your source, you're not going to go do anything wrong. It's just not going to happen. All right, so This one's going to hurt a little bit. When you leave the plantation of needs, you enter the promised land of desires. So if you look at the plant, it's called a plantation for a reason. You know what a plantation is?
Yes, sir.
It's like when they used to have slaves, and they work
Plantation is a
the
field.
land.
I mean, before that, it was still a plantation.
Yeah,
Before
but I'm
the
just
slaves.
saying, a plantation to me has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
You know, where they would just
And a
grab
bad
slaves and they pick cotton or they do whatever. You know, I go down to South Carolina and there's still a bunch of plantation homes down there.
They cheap
Yeah.
too.
Huh?
They cheap. I was looking
Yeah,
at some.
that's is where you're at in South
They said
Carolina.
it's-
Like South, like Atlanta, they got.
She said South
plantations.
Carolina.
Cause anywhere in the
It's
South,
close.
like
Yeah,
Alabama,
they're
Atlanta,
only
all
two,
of
Atlanta
that.
is 2 miles.
Like
2
you
hours
would,
away.
like you would think slavery like happened there. The way them things were looking, like even like they didn't like change anything. Even the houses are like a
Yeah.
big white mansion, and then you have a bunch of land that is like.
So the idea is just stop thinking about what you need, because what you need and want is all it has to do with lack, scarcity, certainty, self-interest. You always think about yourself when you need or want something.
So I
If
can't
you start
think
thinking
about
about other people and you start providing value for other people, what they're going to do, they're going to empty their pockets for you. That's the idea. When you find an answer to a problem with a lot of people and they got a lot of money, it's over.
Simple
You got
as
nothing to
that.
do but get rich. That's
Or
the
die
idea.
trying.
Should you be like he said? Should you be doing it as if die trying? Like, don't you think that's like takes
That's
you
what 50
away
said, not
from
me.
God? I
50 said,
it's
get rich or die trying.
I'm saying I'm get rich and die trying is actually
even
a
negative,
good.
though.
No, that's a good thought.
Yeah,
Because when you make a decision, I'm going ahead of myself. So
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. So God gives you what to desire, and then you want what He wants. So that when you get what He wants you to get, it's going to be free from judgment, free from competition. 'Cause like I said, I'm not trying to beat anybody. I'm just trying to be me. And like I said, I don't have to worry about what I get. This guy makes a lot of money. The guy that I watch a podcast a lot. He's like, some of my people say, "Well, how much money you need?" You know, he said, "As much as I can get."
Simple as
You know,
that.
as much as I desire is what he said. You know, because desire means of or from the Father. So however much the source wants to give him, because he takes that money and he'll turn it and, do things for other people. You know, I mean, he's becoming, a steward of what he gets. It's not, you don't get money for yourself. Like I said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. It's not like you're supposed to eat all your money. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to use it all on you. Your money comes to try and show, and you're supposed to reflect, the image of God. Okay, so when you move from the needs arena to the desire arena, you're going to trade your I can'ts for I can. It's funny. I sit in meetings here all the time. I don't know why they meet so much, because they don't have any answers for anything. They're like, well, we can't do it. We don't have the time. We got to ask the system, can we make money doing it? It's like, y'all are all on the wrong page. So your focus on limitation actually perpetuates limitation.
Yeah.
So when you say I can't do something, you're right. Okay? Instead of saying, well, I'm gonna figure it out. If you figure it out, I mean, you're capable of doing anything. Instead, it says in the Bible, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That's the idea. So I'll give you an example. I can't because I don't have the time. Instead of that saying that, you want to say I can because I do what I want with my time.
As simple as that.
Okay? So stop believing in external limitations. Recognize the limitations you're experiencing internally is because of the arena of needs, which focuses on limitations and avoids leverage. Okay, understand this. Anything you work on, all work works. What most people want, though, is something to work for them right away.
They want reward.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but if it's not working for you, it's working on you. So you become the person that it can work for. Okay, so it takes a little while. There's a process time there. But once once you develop yourself, then that development will produce some type of fruit. It's not going to be tomorrow. Because if it's tomorrow, then they could take it away in a day too. You know what I'm saying? Once you're free and once you're not a slave, slavery's done. So what do? They make wage slavery. Now they give you $20 an hour. It's the same thing as working on a plantation for $20 an hour. That's what it is. It's wage slavery. It's just a limited amount of money for your most important resource, your time.
They
Yeah,
global,
the
too.
way I think about it, whenever somebody offers me something like that, I always think I can make more than that in an hour. So it's just,
Easy.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's the way I get it.
But I'm saying, if you understand, if they're going to pay you $30 or $50 an hour, they're making $50 or $60 an hour. They're still making money.
Oh, for sure, guaranteed.
So why don't you just find a way to do it yourself and then charge whatever you want?
There
That's
you
all.
go.
That's the idea.
Bingo.
Tell everybody that.
I'm trying. All right. So, okay. Okay, now, after you trade your I can'ts for I cans, you want to trade competition for collaboration. Okay, understand, you can't do it all by yourself.
Oh no, you need a team.
I'm saying you need a team, without a doubt. We have
Yeah.
4 people right here that, I mean, would be a strong team.
for sure.
But
we don't.
obviously, there's some people that have I can'ts and they have some limitations they don't want to work
It
with.
depends
They're
what you want
worried
to do.
about what people is thinking about them. And
That's
like
a
I said,
fact.
you're still in the arena of needs. Truly, you don't need anything. We're in the top probably 10% of the world as far as riches. I mean, a lot. You travel a lot. You see people that are
He
really
travels
poor.
more than
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
He
does.
travels a lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just be chilling.
You want to
He does it for a living.
Yeah.
some of those third world countries and stuff makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
Though you come back here, you're like a king. You know what I
I'm
mean?
traveling. I'm losing money. He's making money. It's difference.
You need to be honest.
See, you just have to do it different. That's all.
No, I make money
you
while I'm
start
there.
you start
I mean-
bringing your camera and you start doing what you want to do, and
Yeah.
you know, like I said, you can change
That's
your
not
stuff.
my journey. I
Yeah.
got another journey than that.
That's cool. So you want to trade competition for collaboration. If you operate in the arena of needs, you look at every person as a threat. Okay, it's just the way you look at the world.
I look at everybody as a friend.
In the arena of desire, I see every person as a
Even if they did something wrong to you.
potential collaborative partner. Sometimes the person that does something to you is your strongest partner.
Facts.
They're testing you right now.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing. They're checking your loyalty. They're checking everything that you do, and they have to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't even think about collaborating with you. You know, I mean, like I said, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I can't do no business with you. You do something wrong to me.
But that might be the biggest businessman on earth. That's the problem.
I don't
You
think.
know what I'm saying? I can do business as long as you can control some situations. Control certain things. I'm not doing too much, unsavory business. So. All right, so you want to see everybody as a collaborative partner. Okay, the universe that God created, large and over-expanding. God created the ecosystem of production. Okay, God is the only source. You understand that?
For sure.
So
Yes,
no
he's
man is your source. So don't look at him as such. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people, act like they got everything, but truly, if you act like you have everything, you don't have what you need. Okay, we are actually the resource. Everything else is assets and liabilities. It either puts money in your pocket or takes it out. One of the two. That's all. There's only those categories. You are the resource. You're supposed to be just like the source.
You didn't come
So
before
if somebody,
God.
if somebody says, "Let me check my resources," what do they mean by that?
Check yourself. They're checking. They're checking their own
Check
way
your
they
resources.
planned, the way they lived up till now. Do they have the money? That's what they're saying.
I mean, they're being honest.
Yeah, I usually to me that means my contacts,
Yeah.
my resources.
That's part of your contacts. Yeah,
It could be anything.
your
Be
relationship.
what I got, what I can help you.
Yeah, how many people you screwed? You know what I'm saying? And how many people,
That's not a resource.
I'm just saying how many people you did bad business with.
Oh, okay.
Not screwed physically. Yeah, okay.
But resource is not just like a network of people. Resource could be like your quality. So like something you can offer. Like,
Offer, yeah, okay.
my time. Or, it could be anything.
Well, my thing is your network is your net worth.
Yeah, that too.
So you really have to have a network. If you don't have a net worth, you don't really have a network.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, you want to trade your constraints for compounding. Okay, what's a constraint?
Something that holds me back.
It holds you back. So on the plantation of needs, everything is a constraint. You worry about everything. You worry about how much it's going to cost. Worry about, how much time it's going to take me. Worry about what I can't do because I'm doing this. Okay, if you're always in the area or arena of desires, none of this stuff's going to bother you.
Right.
Because sometimes you'll go on vacation, you're so worried about not making money, you're so worried about spending money, you don't have no fun on vacation.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm saying?
And then it will come anyway.
Yeah, and the money ain't coming anyhow. So it don't matter. So you might as well.
just spend it.
I'm saying, if you spend it and you stay in desire, you're going to desire more and you're going to find a way to make
Yeah,
more.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean,
that's
for
it,
me,
yeah.
I just say, once I land here, I can make money. I just need to land.
So now how can you learn how to make money in the air?
Yeah, that's a
There's
good
people
idea.
make money in the air all the time.
They do.
That's a true.
But I'm used to making money on land.
That's all right. That's wrong with that.
He definitely, bro.
Alright, so
He definitely.
people actually fight for their limitations. What's that mean?
They
Fight for their
excuses.
They fight for their limitations. They
Yeah.
try to make excuses. They try to tell you why it ain't gonna work for them. I'm saying
Yeah.
those type of people, though, is not the type of people you want to try to convince in doing something different. You know what I'm saying? If they already come with all the negatives, see ya. You ain't the one. That's all. You know what I mean? If you got to think about spending $500 or something like that, you probably ain't going to get in any kind of business.
You ain't got it.
Yeah,
man.
you just ain't got it. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you ain't ready, you ain't ready. That's all.
It's a lack of belief.
Yeah, in yourself to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So in the arena of desires, everything compounds. Okay, I'm gonna try and create stuff I desire to serve other people. I can always be more than what I am right now. Like I said, you got to start thinking more on the abundant side than on the limited side. Where I didn't go to school, I don't know this how to speak this language.
We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to use leverage. And do more with less. You want to learn how to replace labor
We
with
did that all
leverage
our life.
to go from constraints to compounded.
Yeah.
Okay, we think if it got to be done, it's got to be done by me.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I've been holding it for a minute.
No, you good, bro.
Yeah, you gotta do.
So that's going from that's going from what was the last
The
one?
compounding.
Yeah, to compounded. Okay, I'm trading compulsion for creativity. I can't because I have to do this. It's like I tell my wife, I ain't got to do nothing. Honestly, you know what I mean? Because she's like, I got to do this. I got to be here. I got to do that. She makes up her whole schedule. So it's no creativity. You know what I mean? There's no time to be, impulsive, no time to do really what you want to do. So she's in a need to do basis. So she definitely does that for sure. It's hard to be creative when you always feel like you got to do certain things a certain way. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not being creative. So I go from cooperation to calling, justifying why I'm doing what I'm doing because I don't want people to judge me. I make a lot of money, but I give it to charity. Is that his phone?
Yeah.
Well, come up out of here. You shouldn't have to describe why you desire a lot of money. If you got to describe it to somebody, then they're just not your person. You know what I'm saying? If you desire to be happy, be free, be whatever, you shouldn't have to describe why. You shouldn't have to explain your way around. If you have to explain to somebody, then, like I said, they're just not ready to understand what you're saying. No justification necessary.
What if they ask though?
If they ask, just tell them there's a reason why you're not in your land of desire. I'm saying you're not getting what you desire because you're always worried about what you need. If you're always worried about what you need, you're never going to get to what you desire. Like I said, if you understand that definition of desire, of or from the Father. So you have to be connected to your source. If you're talking to anybody that's not connected to a source, you're starting at square one.
So it's desire instead of desire. It's more like desire.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, say it's just spelled that way. Yeah.
Because God wanted me to have it.
Yeah, that's why. He wouldn't have you desire it if that's not what you want to have. But I'm saying he got to strengthen you because the weight of success is way heavier than the weight of, defeat.
No, that's facts. That's,
Yeah, because I
and
mean,
the
to make
Quran
you
says
successful
that.
today, that's going to crush you way quicker.
God wants me to be rich.
So ignore your needs and focus on your desires. Think about that. Don't start thinking about what you need because you don't need anything.
But what is a need and what is actually truly a need? Like other than like me having a shelter and food. Like isn't that
So how many people
like,
in this world don't have a shelter?
I don't know. I don't know the numbers, but there's
Okay.
plenty of people.
Is that a need?
A shelter? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's a
need.
need.
Why is that a need?
Because you need somewhere to lay your head.
I mean, it gives you peace of mind. It
If you live
protects
in LA or something, you just
protect
lay
you
on
from
the
being
level.
rained down, protect you from being
So why do
cold.
Why do you
Without a
have
shelter, you can
My
die.
thing is, if you make that a need, then you don't really get a chance to even think about what you're desiring. If I
And
think
that's
about
what
what
I'm
I'm
asking you.
desiring, if I'm desiring a house, then you're gonna get a house.
And that's why I just asked you, what is a truly a need and what's a desire? Would a house shelter be a desire then? Would something that's actually very critical, is that still a need or a desire? Like, I'm just trying to distinguish between the two here.
I think that's at the end. But the idea is you can't focus on, whenever you focus on lack, you get what you focus on.
I mean, I can agree.
I need a house. I need. When you say that to God, then He's going to make sure you need one.
Can that be motivation though? I need a house. And
I desire.
okay, you
If you
desire.
desire it, then that's what He's going to give you.
But I feel like
A need means you don't have it. And
I feel like
you lack it,
need
and it's a
and
scarcity.
desires. That's
where we're having trouble.
This is my
And
definition.
this is
of it.
this is like a
Yeah.
worded
This is,
situation. at this
no,
point.
what it is you
Yeah.
got to get your mind around what desire means.
So what you said is desires what you and God have aligned.
Desire stands for DE, is of or from the Father.
Mhm.
So when you desire what He wants you to have, you're going to have it. You already got it.
Yeah, so if God said you're gonna have it, you're gonna have it. That's guaranteed.
Correct.
But I can want.
Now, when you need or you want something,
Yeah.
you're saying to God that you don't have it. You're not providing. What are you doing? You know, this is your fault. You know,
Nah,
like
you
I
don't
said.
blame God. You blame yourself.
Oh my God, people blame God all the time.
Then should I just get rid of the word need then at that point?
I mean, if that it would probably help you out.
Obviously, that's what
Sounds
you're
like it.
bringing. That's exactly the answer.
Yeah,
All right.
because honestly, you don't need anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Life
last
is
time you
free.
sat around and needed something.
Shit, I needed some food.
You don't need
I
food.
needed sleep.
No, now you talking crazy. You don't need.
I desire food. I desire food.
But when you desire food, you're gonna get it.
Hell
There's
yeah.
food in there. There's food. This is the last place to desire
Okay,
food.
Lee.
America is not the place to need food.
Lee got me thinking now.
I'm saying that's the idea. The whole idea between rich and poor is your mindset.
That is.
If you don't change your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions, about how this whole thing's supposed to run, it's nothing to do with physical.
Yeah.
Physical is needs. You know, your mind, your soul, and emotions is about how you think about it. All right. So in the arena of needs, scarcity is the constraint. Okay. In the arena of desires, infinite abundance is the constraint. So there is no constraint. If you have infinite and abundant, that's everything you want anytime you want it. Okay, but the catalyst actually is belief.
Yep.
Okay,
What is
belief is the
catalyst again?
ingredient.
That's a good question.
What's that?
What is catalyst?
A catalyst is something that actually sparks something. Like if I want to cook a meal or something like that, the catalyst would be the fire. It would actually
Okay.
start the process
Okay.
of what you're trying to accomplish. Now in science and stuff, there's
So a
all kinds of
reaction.
catalysts. It's a reaction. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's like what gets
Yeah.
it going. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same thing what he said.
But I'm saying for you to have no constraints and understand this is abundant, you have to believe it is. If you don't believe it, you just lost the catalyst. You lost the way to jump it.
Okay. I got
Okay, you lost the energy that it takes to actually get where you want to go. So belief in the ability to achieve the desire. So 3 things to activate desire. You have to intend to believe. So you set an intention to believe the objective that I can actually accomplish this.
All right.
You know, obviously you don't want to set the, you know, I'm going to be a billionaire by next week. You don't believe that. I'm saying when your mind and your heart are not in connection with each other,
But that's
your heart, yeah, it's funny because it goes all the way back to the mind right here.
yeah.
Your subconscious mind is the small part of the egg. The top part of the egg is your conscious mind.
There's a lot of words out there too.
I know, but that's a whole podcast. But when you're 7 years old, that conscious mind, you can just pop the lid of your head. So your subconscious mind, up to 7 years old, that's when all your beliefs are injected into your subconscious mind.
Mm.
But now you need to do some pruning. You need to take the weeds out of there. You know, if you do that, then because the top part of the conscious mind is nothing more than like what you see, hear, feel, taste. You know, it's like your senses, and your higher faculties are up there too. But the idea is the subconscious mind kind of runs all your automatic programming in your body.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what runs that automatic programming in your body is what actually makes you think the way you do, the way you act, the way you do, that kind of stuff. So you intend to believe, you decide to believe. Now decide, D-E-C-I-D-E, just like desire is D-E-S-I-R-E. D, I already told you guys, it's of or from. And when you decide, side, C-I-D-E is to cut.
To suicide.
Yeah, but like suicide is to cut your neck.
Yep.
But I'm saying, but side is to cut. So you cut yourself off from any other idea that it could be true. Because you can't believe in your mind that resources are limited and resources are unlimited.
Yeah.
Once you make your mind up about one or the other, you have to decide. It's not choose, because choose is like you pick a choice and you can pick another choice. And
Yeah.
like when you decide, though, you actually make what's called a covenant with yourself. When you make a covenant, this is where your biggie thing comes in. A promise based on mutual love and admiration. You swear on your life to protect that person. That's a covenant with a person. But when you decide, you make a covenant with yourself. I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna die trying.
Right. 50
See, that's
Cent.
the idea. Yeah.
Decision.
So he made
Yeah.
a decision where he decided that he's gonna get rich, or he's gonna die trying to get
Well, he
rich.
definitely got rich.
And it sounds negative
yeah.
because what, you gonna die to try and make money? It's not the. It's
No,
not
it's
about being
something.
negative.
My negative part is not about him dying trying. It's about him
Did he die trying?
not him aligned with the.
He
with the
almost
source.
died trying.
I'm saying
That's
you
what the
can
negative.
You can get ahead.
But that's a desire. Now I know what desire is.
I know.
My mind is a little different now.
Okay.
Just a little different.
But I'm saying you can die trying, and you can actually get rich without your source.
Yeah,
But-
people do
but
that
with
all
that
the time.
money-
I think that's negative.
Absolutely. With that money comes stress, comes people trying to get it back from you. Like I said, there's a lot of stress that comes from that type of money. So
What kind of stress is that?
I'm just saying, like when you're robbing and stealing, or you're
I mean, you're
doing different things.
Bro,
like
you
that.
gotta look over your
You're
shoulder.
gonna be desperate to
Absolutely.
go all the way out.
Yeah.
You going?
But I'm
I
saying
don't need money like
think,
that.
You think different. You know
I
what
need
mean?
money
You
that I don't
move
gotta look
different.
over my shoulder. And
Okay, so you need to intend, you need to decide to believe, and you need to discipline yourself to only believe, so there's no doubt. Now you gotta understand, faith is created in your ears. So what you hear, that's why a lot of times you say something, and you're like, boy, that don't sound right. Because faith is actually created by what you hear. And
Right.
your words actually, like I said,
sure.
are things. They're matter. Words are matter.
That's why we got all different understandings of things.
Yes. Now doubt is created in the eyes. So when I see something that don't match up with what I heard about that
And your
thing,
belief.
there's going to be some doubt in there.
Oh, for sure.
So the idea is your eyes lie. Your ears don't lie.
Hold on. You
I'm just letting you know.
said your eyes.
There's
lied.
a hot-looking chick standing right there, but you have no idea that thing has a penis. Your eyes is lying to you. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Those little Chinese girls, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, she looked hot. I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
That's true though. Like
I'm
you
saying
can
your eyes
look
lie.
at a fine ass, baddie on
that's what I'm saying.
Instagram,
You don't
thinking
know.
she's gonna be everything that you was looking for.
But your
But-
eyes lie, but your ears.
But your eyes.
Yeah,
show
makeup
the
on, her
reality.
personality's jacked up, all kinds of shit. Your eyes told you.
Don't you see with your heart instead of with your eyes, though? So if your
do
eyes,
you see with your heart?
It depends who you are.
I see
If
You
you
have to
see with
build
your
that.
heart, that's a good
I
thing.
see
You have
with
to
my
build
eyes,
that. Not everybody.
If you see with your eyes, that's a bad thing. Because you can be lied to.
he said
If
he
you
see
see
with
your
his
heart.
eyes.
Absolutely.
I do see with
But the young
I see.
Gonna hold you.
You don't even understand this. You're saying
No,
something.
they don't understand.
You're
That- I don't
saying you're
think-
saying something that doesn't make sense because you don't see with your eyes. You see with your mind.
Mind.
Your eye takes a picture, and your mind has to develop what's going on, in that
It's
situation.
deeper than that.
I
Yeah.
mean that gets a little. I mean, I just once I open my eyes, I can see. That's the way I look.
But how
Just
does how does that happen?
I don't question it.
All right. That's good. No question. That's good.
Because I think, because it could, all of us, I've seen, what do you call it, same thing, but have different perspective depending on
Sure.
how we feel and who we are and
Yeah.
our environment, our.
That's your soul, bro.
Yeah.
Your mind, your will, and your emotions. Your soul is made up by your environment, where you went to school.
Yeah.
What your culture is. That's your soul.
Yeah.
That's a different part than the physical part of your eyes. And your spirit, like I said, is even a different part that hopes to, get the downloads from your source.
God.
All right. So when you live in the arena of needs, you're always looking around, getting your cues from other people in that same arena. Plantation of needs. Copying people who are focused on doing things that arena has programmed them to believe. Man, when I'm watching the news nowadays, I don't know what to believe. It's just like AI is killing me. You know what I mean? Because I like to watch certain things, but I can't tell if it's true or not, especially with this stupid war that's going on right now. It seems like we're bombing each other all the time, and we're in a ceasefire.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I thought war was different. I thought
War's not different.
When I mean different, I'm saying war to me is you eliminate the target. They taking forever to eliminate the target. That's all I look at it.
Brother,
You think it's gonna be easy though?
It's a proxy war, so you guys need to understand. I got nothing to do with eliminating the target.
You acting like the target can't fight back though. What's up with that?
But I'm saying we're fighting from the air. The target got to come out with the stuff.
I mean, if America want to eliminate them, they can. I just make it simple like that.
But why aren't
not
they
that
eliminating them?
Because it's a proxy war. Got nothing to do with eliminating the target.
What's it got to do with?
Huh?
What's it got to do with?
It got to do with natural resources,
So why don't you just eliminate and take their resources?
Because they are the thing is they know that if they do that, there's gonna be some pushback. It's just like
From who?
the people,
The rest of the world, huh?
Who cares?
the rest of the
I mean,
world.
I don't know. I just
The war ain't like
Black,
war
might
was
blow back.
before. Like I said, they can make a war. I mean, they've done it on the news.
Yeah,
They've done it on
the
the
thing
radio
about-
where they
the
thought
thing
the
about-
war was over.
The thing about people that don't understand, don't think all of them are not within cahoots with each other.
I'm saying they're all it's
Yeah.
all the same fight over
Yeah.
the same resources, and they all get paid from the same thing.
yeah. And then how
Like,
do you
It's
have?
just like the Republican and Democrats. They're the same.
yeah. And then I don't.
Limitation, Liam, all comes down
It's
to this
two wings of the
limitation.
same bird.
But I'm saying even the war right now, like it's a lot of the people that are fighting, like the military against the Iran and all those people, is people that are being funded by the United States. People don't understand that United States actually gave weapons to protesters in Iran. So
They say it right on the news.
Yeah,
They said
it's-
we have to give them weapons so they can overthrow their own government. And it's all about making money. Who makes the weapons?
Yeah,
Who makes the
so the
weapons?
person that-
How we selling them? You know?
the person that's making money
Industry
is
complex getting
the
rich.
person that's selling the weapon and the person who's going to be receiving the oil. That's
And the person who's
literally
going to rebuild all the destruction is getting money too. It's going to be the same American company.
yeah. So it's all about enriching their friends.
Themselves.
If you
Pyramid scheme.
if you on like Sam.gov, like the government contracted, like they will post a job, and even if you do like submit a bid, they give it to their friend that they never submit a bid.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with.
I mean, it's common sense.
it's-
Would you
it's-
give your friend a job
network's
before
your
you give a
network.
random person?
All I can say, let me keep going. Okay, we need to operate by first principles. I know the war is just a whole nother thought
That's a
process.
whole different
It's
side
like
about
it's
the
just
question.
totally different. Yeah, it's like I don't have any answers for it because that's not the way I would hold a war. Okay, you if you operate by first principles, you look at the desired outcome. You only let the desired outcome tell you what actions to take in the present. So if you're not, it even says in the 7 habits of highly skilled people or something, look at the end and you go from the end back to the beginning. That's how you kind of get something. So if you never see the end, if you're always seeing what's stopping you from getting there, the time is tough, the money is tough. When you're in that arena of needs, you never see the end of something, so you can't get there. You can't see it, you can't get it.
Right.
Okay. So when I find myself being tempted to be distracted by a false doctrine of the wind or the false doubt of ways, you have to discipline yourself to believe what your ears have heard. Listen to the voice who called me out of the boat in the middle of the storm. You guys probably didn't hear that story. As far as, Peter coming out of, or Paul coming out of the boat, when Jesus asked him to come out and walk on water. That's the New Testament, so that's not you. Yeah, so. All right, that voice has given me the ability to walk on the very circumstances that threaten to destroy my life. So think about that. The circumstances that try to destroy you, you're supposed to walk on. You're supposed to just dominate them. Last thing, if you have a tug of war between expectation and desire, who wins?
Desire.
Desire? Who wins?
Could you be the statement?
If you have a tug of war between expectation and desire, who wins?
I mean, the logical answer is desire,
Why is it logical answer desire?
because you want to be closer to your source.
Huh?
Because you want to be closer to your source
Right.
and be more aligned with
Expectation
your source.
is the same as assume, and assume is making an ass out of you and me.
But I expect God to put me at that desire.
you say
I'm
that.
expecting God's going to give me all what I wanted anyhow. So if I'm having that expectation, I'm going to go for it. But same
Expectation
with
leads
desire.
to failure.
So all
God
I can
really-
say is if you never expect to get something, if you don't have the belief, you're not going to get the desire.
That's what I'm.
The expectation, absolutely. The expectation is what drives you to work towards that desire. The idea, though, is to try and get that expectation or that belief in what you want
Yeah, when you say
to
believe,
come
it
over.
makes more sense.
Yeah, to get that belief in what you want to come over to your desire, and
Yeah.
now they're pulling in the same direction because they pull in 2 different directions. But you believe in what you
Expectation
desire.
and beliefs are different though, because
You ain't lying, they're different.
That's what
But
I
I'm
said.
saying when you can get the power of that
But
expectation
expectation is
over
like
to
the
belief,
catalyst.
but I'm saying
it's
let's
just belief is the catalyst.
let's just say for example, the religious people.
Okay, I believe I should be rich.
Believing is different from expecting.
If I don't,
though.
No, the
you're
religious
right.
people
If I don't
expect to go to heaven, and that's what's driving
oh, they
them.
ain't going.
No, but
That's
that
what I'm saying.
expectation is what is making them focus, giving them that desire. That's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause
But they also expect.
I'm not even religious. I expect to be at heaven no matter
but
what.
The expectation of that they
Okay.
believe that if they pray and do right, God is just gonna drop money in their laps. That's
That's an expectation.
But that's false.
That
though.
helps though.
Correct.
It's false because you ain't see it happen.
Between expectation and desire, you can have expectation and not have desire.
Correct.
So tug of war, which one are you picking?
Expectation wins every time. Whatever
That's
you
what I'm saying,
expect
yeah,
is
I'm
what you
telling you.
get.
Because
You
without
can
that,
desire. You can desire 800 things. You desire a lot of stuff. I've heard
Yeah.
of different things. You don't expect to get it.
because expectation is already finished. You already put in your mind.
You
it's
already thought
complete.
of doing it.
I
Or
expect to be
want
there,
it.
and now the only thing is I'm gonna go and do my work.
God puts desires in your heart. The idea is you have expectations of what is true, what is not true, what you believe. You have to take those expectations, move them over to the desire part. Now you're pulling in the same direction. You're going to expect to get, and you're going to desire to get the, what God wants you to get. And you're going to get it. That's the idea.
I'm tying expectation to like assume.
Yeah, no,
It's
you,
But I feel
you
like
come
it's-
from left field. I let you,
Huh?
yeah, I let you play the ball, but no, that wasn't no good. So
You
there's
did
two,
try,
there's
yeah.
two worldviews. You can call it a worldview, or you can call it, a desire and a need. The two worldviews is the worldview means the lens in which you see the world through. There's a separation. There's a connection. Separation is needs, scarcity, not enough, certainty. There's only one way to do something. Perfection, like you were saying. I said it's like procrastination. Nothing's perfect. And self-interest, me first. Okay, whereas you want to go to connection, you want to go to the desire side where there's more than enough, there's a mystery about things, fallibility. Like when I fail at something, I have to understand it's a first attempt in learning. Anything worth learning is worth trying the second, third time, just like trying to walk. If I fell down one time and I never get up and try to walk again, I'll never learn how to walk.
Right.
So you got to understand failure is good. And you have to be other focused. When you're focused on yourself, that's when anxiety comes in. That's when worry comes in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're worried, you're anxious, you're anything, just you want to serve other people, all that goes away. That depends upon which arena you're in. The arena of needs is when you're worried about yourself, it's bad. My wife she's in the middle of that plantation, without a doubt. And it's tough. And you got two people in two different,
You're not spending games on her though. Like you with her all the time.
It's so funny, bro. I'm telling you, it is almost like a battle where it's like I told him. I was like, when you say one or two things and she just is totally against it, I can't change her.
I mean, for us, we have a saying. It's like I rebuke the devil in you first, and then we let her leave from
What
there.
if she loves the devil?
That's what I'm saying. She might. That's what I'm saying. She might be, attached to the.
You know
wrong,
what? Fred
thing.
White said something crazy yesterday, right?
What's that?
He said that men talk to God, women talk to the devil when you're not there.
That's a fact.
I believe it.
And he said that
I mean, that's why Eve took that.
Eve talked to the devil.
So,
Why didn't he go against Adam? Why didn't he have Adam try to eat the thing? He already knew logic wasn't going to be it. You know what I'm saying? The feelings and but I'm saying you have to. I also studied some. Oh my God, it was so long. It's about all the different. I guess trying to think. It was about the Matrix and all the different lessons that are in the Matrix itself and how it kind of mirrors, different ideas. And it says between feminine and masculine, you have to find a balance between all that. You have this transgender and all that stuff. It's just like the masculine's going over to the feminine, and there has to be a balance. If there's no balance, then there's chaos. And like I said, there has to be balance between you and your wife. If there's not a balance, because she's already going to be, if it feels right, it's good for her. If it makes sense to us, it's good for us. And the two things aren't always the same. You know what I mean? So you're going to have battles. And like I said, even if we get to the end of the age and she ends up going to hell, I end up going to heaven, I stayed there for 30, 40 years trying to show her that this ain't the way. And that's all you can do. We're not really called to just divorce and, Because when I first got married, I wasn't nowhere near on the path I'm on right now.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, it gives her a chance every time she sees something that works out or sees little things that, you know, is supposed to work, and I'm in my field of favor and she's in the field of labor, then, you know, hopefully she'll learn eventually. But
Change, man.
it's tough. I'm telling you. That's why a relationship, I'm telling you, the only reason why you have a relationship is to take edges off yourself. That's why, without a doubt.
You gotta drop that ego.
Oh, I'm saying
It's
ego
tough.
is edge. God knows you don't. You need it in middle school. You know what I mean? Because this is a tough bracket in middle school. After middle school, you don't need your ego. You know what I mean?
Some people can say you might need it in high school.
You need
I
God.
need it in high school.
I'm saying you click up in high school more than you do in middle school. Middle school is
Nah.
brutal, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I've seen
I
for
went
13
one
years.
year in middle school and it
I
was
would
a ball.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle school was a ball. High school was
Yeah, I
tough.
don't know.
Okay.
High school was
Middle
tough.
school
After
was
the
a ball.
freshman year, it's just
Oh, yeah,
like
'cause you teach
everybody
middle
looking
school,
at you
not that
sideways.
much.
I've been here a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
I see what the kids
Oh,
go
that's
through.
all you know is middle school.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm just saying, I've been here. I have receipts. It's brutal. Some of
You
these
got
kids.
front row seats.
I'm telling you, some of these kids go through it. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, that I'm supposed to be the light at the end of the tunnel for them.